this together. If you hear our discussions before we come on, trust me, you'll be amazed.
That's where the show is.
Welcome back to Sunrise with Women's History Month in full swing. It's the perfect time to celebrate the women whose voices are shaping literature, culture, and the conversations happening across our region. Beyond. Recently, the Africa-Caribbean Literacy Exchange brought together writers, poets, publishers, and thinkers to explore the shared histories and creative connections between Africa and the Caribbean. This morning, we're diving into some powerful read recommendation with founder and managing director of Haiku, Casey Garvey.
Casey, good morning.
Good morning, Casey.
Great to see you. In a different capacity this morning, I'm very accustomed to Casey, the poet, and I'm accustomed to you delivering poetry.
Yes.
But we're here to talk literacy and literary pieces.
Right.
Before we get to the literature and the pieces, what kind of poet are you? What's your style? I'm interested.
I'm a spoken word poet. My pieces tend to focus on one or two things. It tends to focus on my faith in God or social commentary, like, you know, Jamaica's history, us as Black people, what we're seeing in the world today. So, and I have to say that the news is giving me a lot.
Oh, we have some good material
to work with nowadays.
I'm looking forward to what you come
Those
with
poets
next.
are avid readers, by the way.
Yes.
Well, we have to be. To write is to read.
What's interesting is it's such a difficult task. Like if someone says to me, yeah, and they tell me your top 5 books, I struggle because there's so many that you struggle to simply single out 5. And then we've added another layer to that. We've said, you can't talk about the man them this morning. Let's talk about the women authors. Whoa.
Yes.
But let's talk about women authors and, you know, some of the contributions to literary material that's out there and the valuable contributions that have been made.
Yep, and I mean, the Africa-Caribbean Literary Exchange was a fantastic opportunity for me to get exposed to not just, I mean, these are the Caribbean authors I know, but to get exposed to other authors across the sea, right? I feel like the Middle Passage has very much given us a very myopic view of women, of writers, Black writers, women writers. So it's really good for us to be able to branch out and see all of these huge, I want to say massive, diverse writers. Like, so right now, I mean, I brought some of these books from local authors. So you have Yashika Graham, fantastic. This one, you literally feel like you're going back home to country. You visit your grandma.
Some of us can go
back home. She really has there's a warmth, like you can almost see the Dutch pot on the coal fire outside when you're reading poems. So fantastic.
You can smell when the rain touch the ground.
Yes.
You can hear the chicken in the morning.
Exactly. You know, and the chicken were fresh, like you can taste when it just plucked that morning. And literally.
Never freeze yet.
Wow.
Absolutely fantastic and brilliant writer.
Okay.
I brought this from my collection. Velma Pollard, may she continue to she rest in peace and rest in power. And I love her because a lot of her pieces, even though when they've been written out quite some time ago, they're still so potent today. You know, they still talk about the danger of unobstructed American political power in the region. So even when
Underscore unobstructed.
Unobstructed, right? And there's some poems that she wrote about, like, you know, countries like Grenada and Montserrat from back in the 60s and 70s. But then we can still see some very potent messages today. So
Still applicable.
still quite applicable. Then we have Kim Robinson Walcott. This is it's so diverse because, one, I love that she writes in patois as well as in English, because you do have to harden your heart in times like these. And there's some tough, gritty, painful stories from Kingston, but there are also some hilarious ones that everybody can relate to. And every single person who picks up this book can see a chapter of their lives or some experience that they have in this book. This one is the freshest in my mind because I just finished it 2 days ago.
Very good book. What were your thoughts?
My thoughts were, even though she's writing about coming out of a Rastafarian home, there are so many things that are just cultural and not just religious.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's a lot of commentary, again, as a woman. And I think what I love is that you don't have to just be a Black Rastafarian woman to appreciate this.
Correct.
Being a Black Jamaican woman, you can appreciate some cultural nuances that she brings up as well in this book. And it hit home for me, like, as a Christian, like some of the issues that she saw in the Rastafarian community are issues I see in the Christian community. It's a big mirror that we all have to hold up to ourselves.
I agree, Casey.
Yeah,
I agree.
Sometimes when you see the titles, I mean, the one before, You Have to Harden Your Heart, is very self-explanatory, it's very direct. But
Literally, don't judge it by the cover, you know. You will pop up laughing with some of these stories.
Right.
Yeah.
So in the case of How to Say Babylon,
right.
how is that title reflective of the work itself? Or not?
No, it is. You know, it's a trope, yes, but you know, Rastafarians are always known for chanting Babylon and so on. So it's her just referring to what it was like growing up in a very I'd say fundamentalist Rastafarian home, and how she as a woman, as she's exploring the world for herself, as she delves into poetry, because she is a poet, even though, and you see the poetry within the writing, beautifully as well in so many scenes. You see her coming out as a woman to create her own sense of her own worldview. And I think that what I love about these writers, all of them really, is that they take specific experiences, personal experiences, but they apply them in a way that is universally appreciated. So you don't have to be a Rastafarian, you don't have to grow up in a Rastafarian home to appreciate the importance of coming into your own independence as a person, or understanding the legacy of different women who have gone before you and how that has shaped you. You don't have to be Rastafarian for that.
Go ahead.
You've brought 5 books, and of course, I want to put you on the spot to ask you, which one would be your recommended book, like for someone going into Caribbean literature? Here we go now.
You're putting me in I personally know some of these people, like, you're putting me in a tough spot right now.
Give a Miss World answer.
A Miss World. A politically correct answer.
I would say it depends on which part of Caribbean literature you want to delve into, because every one of these books really brings their own flavor and their own elements, and I guess their own depth to different situations. It'd be impossible to pick. It'd really be a case-by-case basis.
And
was that Miss World enough?
And the winner
it was actually well done. To be honest, I'm certain you're the winner. You just get the crown over your beautiful existing crown already. Let's talk about you initially started talking about the conference that you attended.
Yes.
When one attends a conference and it's a meeting of the minds, and we're talking about, the connection between Africa and the Caribbean and our history and our culture and the ties, when one enters a space like that, what's the takeaway?
I say the takeaway is we have to see each other directly. So a lot of times our biggest and best writers, they get published with an American publishing house or a British publishing house. And so it's like we're writing not for each other, we're writing for the rich white people abroad, as opposed to for each other, so we don't really see the direct, I don't get to see a Nigerian culture unfiltered through the lens of what, let's say, a publisher in New York thinks would sell better. So I think exchanges like this are absolutely key, and I think it was a phenomenal experience, because you didn't just have the books, you had the authors right there in the room, you could talk to them afterwards, you heard them read their own pieces. It was powerful. So I think we have to definitely cut out the middleman.
So where can we find out more about the Jamaica Book Festival?
Well, they have their own website, I think Jamaica Book Fest. Like, you can just Google Jamaica Book Festival. They're also very active on social media. And I'm really glad I had a chance to partner with them as Jaiku, because they've been definitely another key player in the ecosystem. So again, with writing, you need spaces to show your pieces, right? So you had the Jamaica Book Festival 2 weeks ago. We also have Kingston Poetry Week coming up this Sunday. And so some of the writers who are participating at the book festival, like Sheldon Shepherd, who read, he'll also be participating in Kingston Poetry Week. And we're hoping we can give more persons who are literary lovers, poets, if you want to drop your roses, I read, sir. They're open mics for you.
He needs no encouragement. Please, Casey, please. Come on, I thought you were for the people. Why would you set us up like that?
I know, that's
diverse, balance, you don't have to be cerebral
balance
all the time.
Is not what you're going to call that.
This is why we have to focus on the women writers.
I didn't hear that.
Listen.
Or secret.
IT is you get a participation ribbon. It's all right.
Let me say a very good morning to the ladies that I live with. 3 of them. I know one is watching right now. Yes, and she's an avid reader. I don't know which book I'm going to recommend to you, Najali, but I know you watch this back and then, I'm sure.
How to Say Babylon is a very good read.
It's a very good read.
It's a very good read.
All right, Najali, you heard it? That's it.
There you go. That is going to buy you that book and bring it home for you. Yes. Casey, it's always lovely to see you, but do not ever set foot back in this studio without delivering poetry. Let that be a warning.
That's my admission fee.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's too good
Yes.
not for us to experience.
I concur. I co-sign. Our
Thank
guest
you.
has been Casey Garvey, founder and managing director of Haiku. Is it haiku or jaiku?
Jaiku.
Haiku.
It's
Jaiku.
jaiku. It's like haiku with a J at the front. So
Oh,
jaiku.
okay.
Jaiku.
Be sure to add these books to your reading list today. There's more Sunrise. On the flip side, stay with us.
I
Stick
think
and
wants to
stay.
tell you that roses are red.
Roses are red.
And violets
are blue.
Stick and stay with us on Sunrise because it's good for you.
Hey!